Hello Epic 7, and welcome to my guide on how to beat Rift in 2 entries at level 8. Okay, this is a little bit more of a flex than a guide. This gear is some of my best, if not my best gear to pull this off, but it works and it's consistent and I'm able to do it in 2 entries. So for the fragments I'll be using, of course, are the damage boosting one and the one that gives the Soul Weaver the ability to ignore the defense penetration, so this lets me put Hazel up front. Let's break down the different units. First, Mascot Hazel. So boy was I surprised to see my 205 Mascot Hazel get her skills rolled back. It seems you need 220% ER. This is the first boss in Epic 7 history to have 120 effectiveness. So enjoy that. 220 ER is the goal if you're going to frontline Hazel. Make sure her S2 and her S3 are maxed out for healing, build her tanky, and give her a little bit of speed. As far as her tree goes, the 2 important things are making sure that you get the bonus attack for your team and the bonus effectiveness to your team. There's a few other skills. Do your best to max out her tree as quickly as possible. I am forsaking Prophetic Candlestick in favor of running Super Duper Water Shooter on her. This gives 10% more effectiveness to the team for a 20% boost and gives 5% more attack. Next, I changed up my haste. We're running haste as fast as possible. It has 96 effectiveness plus the 20% that I'm getting from Hazel and her artifact puts us well above the 105% effectiveness threshold. I want to run him on the number 1 EE for more chances for defense breaks, but I don't have 100% crit with it, so I'm going to run the number 2 EE, gives additional chances for bleeds, a little bit more stability in making sure I keep the debuffs up. I could max mola him and I'd get plus 15 more damage on his S2, S3, and 20% more on his S1, but I think haste might get replaced down the road, so for right now I don't want to spend the mola. I put him on Warhorn, partly for the damage for the rest of the team, but actually mostly for the CR pushing. Again, as haste is our only defense breaker outside of Alabastron on Surin, really want to cycle his skills as quickly as possible. Speaking of Surin, she's giving her speed imprint to Milim and Surin. I am running Surin on Alabastron. That lets me run with 60% effectiveness, 50 really because of Water Shooter, but a 60% effectiveness plus the 35 I'm getting from Alabastron, plus the 10 from Hazel gets me my 105% that I need. I could mola her skills a bit more, but really you only need the cooldown on her S3. She needs to be on lifesteal. If she's not on lifesteal, you're going to have to raise her bulk. I'd say at least 1k defense and 12k health if you want her to survive without lifesteal. And finally, Demon Lord Milim. I put her on my best Rage Pen set. It's the one that Strays normally wears. It's okay to run her down at base speed because you don't want her taking too many turns at this point in the game, not until we have extra attacks healing us. I put her on her number 2 EE simply because it's more damage off of Dragon Buster and I'm milking damage for all it's worth. And Caladra. I tell you, Rage set and Caladra hits different. It's a great combination. And of course, don't forget your Rift pet. I really hope I get some S rank Rift skills on Monday when I can buy more tickets. So at the start of the fight, we hope that Haste sticks his defense break. Honestly, if he doesn't, I just restart until he does. Sometimes it works without him sticking the defense break at the start, but if I'm watching the fights, I'll make sure we start with it, because that gives us a lot of debuffs. Now with the defense break and the greater attack buff, watch how hard this hits. 86,000 damage.
This is what you get for playing with me.
Now we've maxed out the debuffs. Hazel resists the skill cooldown because we're now rocking 220 ER. And having the speed along with Warhorn on haste allowed him to cycle around, so we were able to get the Vampirism debuff up before Surin loaded up with bleeds. So we've actually got defense break and Vampirism, which is really helping us out.
hurry. It's urgent.
Although we're max on debuffs, this is a chance to freshen up the defense break to 2 turns.
The hellside will slice you in two.
Milim's slapping things with her greater attack buff. Surin uses her S3 to extend the debuffs an additional turn. The big bang attack.
Is it already over? On my way.
Between Vampirism and Hazel and Haste with his S2 heal, actually are pretty survivable here. The key to this is maintaining the defense break. If we drop the defense break, she starts doing less and less damage. I haven't really had a failed run, but again, I am restarting to get the defense break at the start. I think by level 9, when I get 4% more damage, I can just background auto it and not worry about restarting.
Let's get it over with.
Okay, so Haste should lapse, so hopefully we get more defense breaks up. Unfortunate that we didn't have a defense break for that S3.
I will kill them all.
And the defense break is back up. Now you notice the bar is at 5x, we have 10 turns left, and once we get to the bottom of 5x, there, we have passed the 50% mark.
Get for playing with me.
4 turns left. I should have one more attack off of Milim.
Please hurry. It's urgent.
Bam. There we go. That's a pretty good run, guys. That is 60% of the damage in just one run. That's one of my better runs. Usually I'm between 40 and 48%. I did have one that was at 49, made me a little nervous, but the second round cleared even better. Just to show it wasn't a fluke, we'll go ahead and let the second round run. Haste applies his defense break. Hazel applies her greater attack buff.
I will destroy everything.
And Milim jumps in with another 86k S3.
So boring.
There's Vampirism, and then Surin right behind to seal it up with bleeds. Now I'm sure you're seeing plenty of teams with JackO being run in Milim's place. She works. I swapped the gear and put JackO in, and it was very, very similar damage. A Rage Set Caladra Milim just hits so darn hard, especially with Dragon Buster. The damage is about the same. The advantage to JackO is the non-stop spamming of extra attacks triggers Zeon's extra attack, which means that you never lose the buffs. So if you start with the defense buff, defense break, you'll probably keep it all the way to the end, but it's a lot of extra damage. So JackO is a little bit inconsistent for me. I had a couple of fails, whereas with Milim, I've not had any fails from death. So I like her a little bit better, though I think once we hit level 15, where the extra attacks start healing, that JackO's going to slot in, and I fully plan to have a clear in one turn team ready by the time I get to level 15. I was able to accomplish the goal of a 2-team clear by level 8, with some help from Valky. Tip my hat to him. He had some great ideas. His idea of Warhorn on Haste was bloody brilliant. It's what made this work. So either on my own or with a little help from my friends, I'm sure we'll be able to take care of a 1-turn clear by level 15. Unfortunately, we have lost the defense break and are struggling to get it back. We have too many buffs and our defense break is not going up. But I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, with 14 turns left, this will easily
Please
clear.
hurry. It's urgent. On my way. The hellside will slice you in two. Oh, come on! This is what you get for playing with me.
Even without a defense break, Rage Set Milim just hits so hard. Bam, and it's over. And there you go. Rift mode in 2 entries at level 8. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.